Hey folks, it's Steven from Win.gg, and as you've probably seen, the TI-10 Battle Pass is out.
Oh my lord!
Now, every year this happens, you're faced with a pretty tough decision of either working for your levels, or just giving Valve a chunk of cash to get it over with. And this year, that's a tough call because the cosmetics are better than they ever have been.
It's good to be the king!
Now, this has actually been a bit of a controversial topic this year, because a lot of people are of the persuasion that Valve is making it harder than it ever has been in order to earn levels without actually giving them any money. It's actually tough to tell whether or not this is true. We're going to go over how you can get the most out of your Battle Pass for free. But first, before we get into it, make sure you subscribe to Win.gg in order to keep up with all of our Dota 2 and all of our TI-10 Battle Pass content. Now, you're probably not going to be surprised to hear that the biggest source of free levels is going to be the Cavern Crawl. This year's Cavern Crawl is basically identical to the one from last year, where you need to move around the map by winning games as specific heroes. This one obviously takes a long time, but if you can finish it, this will get you a total of 30 Battle Pass levels. The next big BP generator for you is going to be the guild system. Joining a guild and completing contracts is a huge part of the Battle Pass, as this completely replaced the daily hero challenge and the weekly challenge that have been a big part of the Battle Pass in previous years. Completing contracts will earn you a few hundred BP each day, which is good for an extra level or two each week for the duration of the Battle Pass. For the last few years, consumable items have been a big part of every Dota 2 event, and in the TI-10 Battle Pass, there are two different ways you can earn levels with them. First and most importantly, the shovel has been replaced with the portal consumable. Like last year, each use has the chance of awarding the player extra BP or even an immortal treasure. Make sure to use these portals as you go, otherwise you might end up leaving some BP on the table if you can't get through all of them before the end of the Battle Pass. The soccer ball consumable will also earn you some levels, as you can score 25 goals on opposing players in order to earn 2 extra Battle Pass levels. Speaking of achievements, the community match prediction feature was another big addition to the Battle Pass this year. Correctly guessing 60 matches will earn you a total of 3.5 levels. Granted, it's going to take you a very long while in order to earn that, but it's still a pretty good reward for very little effort. Past that, the best thing you can do in order to earn levels right now is just use all the different features that are available to you. Tips and wagering have returned, and they work the same way they did back in 2019. On top of that, you can earn achievement points by placing bounties on enemy heroes and by high-fiving your allies. That's what you can do to earn Battle Pass levels right now, but there are a few things that are coming out in the near future that you can look forward to. The biggest thing is the special summer event limited time game mode. We don't actually know anything about the new minigame yet, but if past is precedent, players should be able to earn an extra level or two each week just by playing it. Another thing to look forward to are Compendiums for Dota 2 Esports. This year is kind of a strange one, because even though the TI-10 Battle Pass is out, we don't actually know when or where TI-10 will actually take place. When it does actually happen, fans can look forward to having the opportunity to earn more levels through the fantasy minigame, the bracket, and the predictions. While fans shouldn't hold their breath over this, it's also possible that Valve will add extra features for the upcoming regional leagues that will take over the Dota 2 Pro scene this fall. Now, you might be wondering how many total levels you can get without spending any extra money on the Battle Pass this year. And unfortunately, I can't actually give you a real answer. While there's a set number of levels attached to the Cavern Crawl and to the Compendium, the fact that we don't know when TI-10 takes place means we don't know how many days worth of contracts there will be, or how many weeks you're going to see your tokens reset for wagers. Realistically though, unless TI-10 ends up being pushed back deep into 2021, there just isn't going to be enough time in order to earn the top cosmetics like the Windranger Arcana or the Anti-Mage Hero Persona. Unfortunately, if you want those items, you're just going to have to hand over a good chunk of change to Gabe Newell. One thing you can do to help your chances though, is to subscribe to Win.gg. We're going to be exhaustively covering the TI-10 Battle Pass, and when the time comes, we'll be able to help you with your TI-10 predictions, bracket, and the fantasy minigame. So make sure to hit that subscribe button, and while you're here, please give us a thumbs up and feel free to leave a comment. See you later, folks.